where is the rain? He said, no, Swami, it will rain. And it did. I sat up for days and nights after this. Why couldn't I feel what this man could feel? I sat holding my hand in different positions, trying to feel the moisture, the temperature, and trying to read the sky. I read all kinds of books on meteorology, but it felt like I was up against a wall. But then with careful observation of my own body and what was around me, I discovered the most fundamental mistake that most of us make. The fact that we view the ingredients which constitute our body, like earth, water, air and food, as commodities, not as an organic part of the life process. After persevering for about 18 months, I understood, and now if I say it's going to rain, 95% of the time it will. This is not astrology or magic, but a surmise based on the minute observation of a completely different level of the human system and its ongoing transaction with the planet and the atmosphere around. If it is to rain today, some change will happen in your body. Most urban dwellers cannot feel it, but many rural people all over the world do sense this. Most insects, birds, animals can feel it. A tree for sure knows it. Recognizing these small changes in the planetary system, the ancients tried to make use of them not just for their own well-being, but for transcendence. The magnetic equator of the planet flows through India. A few thousand years ago, yogis pinpointed the exact location of the magnetic equator and built a whole string of temples along this area for very specific reasons. One of the most famous temples is the South Indian temple of Chidambaram, which was set up for those who sought ultimate spiritual union. At the time of its construction, it was located exactly on the magnetic equator, which has since shifted. Many spiritual seekers gathered in Chidambaram over the centuries at those times when the planet was in a certain position. In this temple, a shrine was consecrated by Patanjali, the father of modern yoga, to Shunya, which literally means to emptiness or no thing. This is not mere symbolism. At the magnetic equator, there is no pull towards north or south. There is 0 degree of magnetic play. This promotes a certain balance and equanimity in the life of the spiritual seeker. This equanimity can be a powerful device to liberate oneself quite literally from the limitations of the physical world, which makes this region the ideal geographic location for a seeker. It is important to remember that the magnetic equator is distinct from the geographic equator. The additional significance of Chidambaram is that it happens to be located on 11 degrees latitude. When it was built, there was a convergence of magnetic equator with this latitude, a rare important occurrence. What was the significance of this location? The tilt of the planet at this latitude impels centrifugal forces in a nearly vertical direction, which, in turn, pushes energy upward through the human physiological system. This means that the ascent of human energy, the aim of the spiritual journey, is actually assisted by nature. Since this was a great source of encouragement to seekers, this entire region was considered to be sacred. It is not a coincidence that Isha Yoga Center in South India is located bang on 11 degrees latitude. The kind of spiritual system described above makes use of natural phenomena to support human efforts at spiritual growth. Another system of meditativeness or inwardness completely ignores the changes happening in creation and focuses solely on the inner journey. These are the two fundamental ways in which the spiritual journey can be approached. You can either go slowly, step by step, accepting all natural assistance available to you, or you can ignore all the steps and take the inward leap. The second entails a withdrawal from external life situations. The first makes involvement mandatory. Every human being is free to choose the path more suitable for his or her temperament. In the times in which we live, a balance between the two is usually best.